landscape out here in North Idaho. And it is another busy day here. Got lots today. Mountain Man's already out in the shop. I've got to take down the wash today and put up another load and get that all dried. And bread is baked and ready to go in their containers. Turned out really nice. And oh, I wanted to show you guys. I got a new item for my kitchen, care of Mountain Ben. I was so excited. He knows I love hearts, and this is a cast trivet. Toyka. It's a trivet. It's a trivet. For the life of me the other day, I could not remember that word. I've been having a lot of brain farts. I think it's because I've been doing too many live videos back to back and long ones. But anyway, there we go. So I have a new trivet that we can put on the counter as well as on the stove. And here is my side-by-side test with the water prior to and after our new filtration system. This thing is really cool, and I wanted to share this with you guys because it is something that we should all have available to us, is a form of a filtration system, because even locally here, they've got problems with the water system, and occasionally it goes on alert and it's a boil, warning. And, if things go south, if you're on the road and you're stranded and you don't have a means to get good water, having a good filtration system is always really important. Sawyer products actually have a wide variety of uses and different types of filters, and I highly recommend them. Good morning, Miss Tammy. So I'm going to go into depth on what this particular filter is capable of doing, but this was a godsend. I'm going to be completely transparent. This was given to us to review. It became available to us, and it has been really awesome because everything that we've been asked to review are things that we have needed. Is that, just by chance? No. And is it by our luck? No. It's a God-given blessing. It truly is, because our Lifesaver water system, was something that I had just gotten done saying to the Mountain Man. We don't have an actual shower unit. We just have the big jugs with the spigots on them. And that's what we were going to use. And I was working on trying to get us a Berkey for on the counter here. And it just wasn't in the cards. It's not something we could afford right now. And although it's a good investment, it was just something we couldn't afford right now. So next thing you know, in my email box comes a message from Lifesaver wanting to know if we would like to review their Lifesaver, which is a shower unit, as well as coming with 3 charcoal filters to use with the system. So it was a perfect scenario, and honestly, that was a lifesaver because I could shower, but also it was a lifesaver in adding to our preps, and it really is an awesome unit. And as you guys know, we don't just recommend things to people off the cuff. We don't even review. There's a lot of things that we pass up on to review because we can tell just by looking at them that they're not quality. And I'm not going to waste my time or your time or recommend something that we wouldn't ourselves use. So, and that's been true all along. And the companies that we recommend to you guys are wholeheartedly companies that we use, companies that we have had really awesome customer service and just communications with, and companies that we choose to support. So I just wanted to make that known, because and there's also things that I feel are essential. And we have 2 water filtration systems that we have in our go bags and that we take on our camping trips. And Sawyer has great products that cover the full gamut of your needs for filtering water, regardless what scenario you may be in, they've got a unit that will cover your needs. So I wanted to share this with you today because the barrel that is upstairs was only ever used for water. but it hadn't been used for a long time. We cleaned it out good, but it's not like a barrel like that is not something you can go in there and scrub good. So, you know, you still have residue and residual stuff in there. So we've been using it just for washing dishes, washing our hands, wash. But it would ideally would be awesome to be able to drink that water and to feel comfortable and safe drinking that water. So that being said, this was offered to us to review, and it is really the perfect setup for our situation. And it also is very expandable with our lifestyle as far as the additional uses that this one unit has. So I want to share that with you. This piece here, I know I can't do this one-handed, so let me see if I can. I wanted to show you that. I just started that. That's my sourdough. And look at it taking off. It gets so hot in here. In one day, I have like a amazing sourdough starter. So I got to take care of that next. But I'm going to set this here and see if I can't spin this around and share this with you guys a little more in depth. Okay, good. Yes. All right. So this unit is going to come off a little, like it's suctioned on there pretty good. And last time I did it, I got sprayed in the face. But it's just pushed on here. There we go. Okay, it came off nice. So it's just got a flange in here, a rubber grommet that holds it onto your spigot. And as you can see, it still had water in there. But you just push this up on here in this application. And even with our low pressure gravity feed water, because we don't have excessive pressure. Good morning, Miss Shelley. But we do have good enough pressure to do everything we need to do. So, howdy. Did you miss me already?
You can decide that.
Anyway, I don't know if you can see him over there. Wave. There we go. So let me share with you all that is in this package and the way this is designed. This is really quite cool. And this is the tap filter is what it is. And you can find it by going to TrayerWilderness.com/water filter. That'll take you directly to the item. And you can also go to TrayerWilderness.com/Sawyer, S-A-W-Y-E-R. Shelley says, howdy, Glen.
Howdy.
Oops, there's a grommet in there yet that fell out of something. Okay, so this unit can actually attach on to your hose, your frost-free outside, so that you can utilize it with your hose, with your outside unit. This comes on here so that if I wanted to fill a bucket, I can actually attach it. This would attach on here. This would attach to the hose, and you can fill varying items with this. The cool thing with this thing too is that there's a lot of easy to pack water storage containers that you can carry with you out in the field, in your go bags, that are foldable. They're made of form of plastic, and they fold. They have a port on them, and this comes with all the additional adapters to put on the different types of items that you have. It also gives you an extender so that you can extend it if you're in a situation where you need to extend it, and you have these different pieces. So it's not just limited to my sink. I can take this in the field with me, and this has the piece that goes on here, and you can pack this up nice and carry this thing with you. So to be able to filter this water into a drinking jug or into anything else I want to, makes this thing so versatile, and to be able to take it out with us is huge. So in my opinion, this is a really great unit. This is a unit, and they're not expensive. I think the normal price is $39.99 right now on Amazon. The link that I gave you guys, it's on sale for $30. So having this in your preps for just in your home for emergencies is a great item to have in your go bag for emergencies. But if you're in an off-grid setting and you are using spring water, or you are using, you know, city water even, because like our local water, there is absolutely no way I could drink that without filtration. There's a lot of Clorox and different chemicals in it to get it to where it's at, and that would absolutely kill me. So we are very blessed to have friends that are enabling us to get water through them right now. And not that their water's bad. We're just concerned with, well, for one, we're not running through a filter right now because of the weather and the cold weather at their location, so that things don't freeze up on them. And this barrel, you know, like I said, I don't know that it's clean. I'd like to assume that it's clean, but I don't want to take those chances, especially with my body being so reactive. It would be really dangerous for me to take on that risk. So when we were offered this, I was like, yep. And like I said, there's no luck in it. There's no chance in it. That was the divine gift to us. So I want to pass it on because, you know, if you have a cabin that you go to periodically and, you know, you're not sure on the water, you know, a lot of time, or if you're putting in, there's a lot of different pump systems and well systems that you can put in by hand these days. And you get in that water, down into that water, you know, for here, one of our greatest concerns is there was a lot of mining done for garnet, and there's been a lot of logging out here. So you've got a lot of different toxins in the ground, especially from the mining. And even one of the previous foresters had reached out to me in concern when he knew I was so sick to make sure that we had tested our water at the previous homestead. And we had multiple times, just to be careful of that. But you never know what kind of bacteria you're getting. If you're using a spring, you never know if there's elk and deer and whatever upstream that's ending up in your spring. I mean, if you can get a spring right from the start of the spring, that's your best bet. That's this purest water just coming right out of the ground. But still, it's always a good idea to either boil or filter your water if you're not sure. And later, we would like to try to do a hand dug well here if we can. So it's just the timing of things and financial side of things. We were just very blessed that our friends were willing to help us out. But these, I want to share this, and I don't know how well you can see this, but they have a variety of different filters available and the applications on here. So let me show you the different filters. They have a squeeze filter, their micro squeeze, their mini, and their dual threaded mini, and then the tap filter. Now, with this one that we have, you know, it shows you the different applications where you can be using one of the bags and filtering it into your drinking container. You can be using it on the tap. You can put the extender on in the event that you need to get it down further or up further. In our case, this is down far enough. It could very well be in the way. We may take it off just when we're doing dishes and stuff, and just use this to conserve it as well when we're doing drinking water. The other thing is you can do right on your bottles. So that is really awesome too. The gravity dual bladders, where you're feeding from one to another and gravity feeding it. And same with the gravity single bladder, which is going just right into your cup. You know, so we have all these water jugs. So this would give us the option to utilize this on the jugs. And then you also have the ability to gravity with a bucket. So if you're in a cabin and you take water with you and you want to shower, or you want to be able to put water into your sink without struggle, you know, you can hang a bucket and be able to filter it just as well. So there's so many different ways to gravity feed water, and there's so many different types of unique old gravity fed systems as well. I love our gravity feed water. This is just working out so awesome. And then you also have like a straw, which works really well. You have the life straws. They're a little, I don't advocate for those so much. I really like this setup though. And again, you have the squeeze filter gravity conversion. So the different filters have different abilities, and that's what makes it really awesome as well. And then there's different inline filters and storage, and then filled directly into your hydration pack. So if you have a camel pack, you can filter right into that to be able to drink out of it while you're out hiking. So they have the hiker in mind, they have the off-grid system in mind, and it comes with a, instructions on how to hook this thing up. But it's really very straightforward, and I am like totally stoked about this because this is going to really make a difference for us in being able to filter this water and feel safe drinking it. So it's Sawyer, TrayerWilderness.com/Sawyer or TrayerWilderness.com/water filter. So, like I said, it comes with all these adapters and all these varying ways of usage. And I mean, to have something that versatile in your pack and available to you is key in our current circumstances, with weather causing issues and sometimes the uncertainty of things. It's really good to be able to filter our water and just take that precaution. So I think I saw Carol jump on. I did. Good morning, afternoon, Miss Carol. Okay, so Shelly says, how often would you have to change the filter? And Tammy says, do you know how much the filter replacements are? It's basically buying the whole new unit again because it's the whole thing. Although let me look that up. I want to double check that. And yeah, it is a really good price. $30 is not bad at all for a system. And let me just double check that real quick on the filters. If there is the ability to just purchase the tap filter itself. I may have to get back to you on that. Let me just see. And it also gives explanations on how to clean these as well. So they are cleanable, which makes it nice because you can back filter them and wash them out and get multi-uses out of them. That was one thing I did not see on here was how long of usage you get out of these. So I will report back on that. And I will continue to report on my thoughts on it as well. Because, we just hooked it up. I do like their systems. I do like what they offer. So, and having a filtration system is important. Whether in your pack or when you're out camping, when we go camping, we always have our filters with us. Because especially when you're out, we are usually getting from streams and springs, and I just can't take a chance. So yeah, I will confirm that on these. This is a newer unit as well, but I will continue to report back and share with you our full thoughts on this as we're using it as well. Hello, Toyka. Trivet. I got a new trivet for my home, care of Mountain Ben. And thank you for being my brain fart assist the other day. Let me see here. Tammy says, even if you have to replace the whole unit, the price allows it. Exactly. I mean, the other filtration kits we have are, I think, like a $200 unit. That was when we purchased those years ago. But they're expensive, and you've got to purchase the new filters pretty regularly on those. And the price is probably close to about $30 to replace the filters on those. So yeah, it's really, really comparable and affordable, and important to have in your preps and have available to you, because especially those of you in the city, if anything ever does happen with the power grid and it goes down, you're obviously not going to have water. And what water you do have is going to have to be filtered. And I want to share this. Angie shared something in regard to my video yesterday. They keep their gallon jugs in the hallway in crates, and when they use them, they turn them upside down and put a paper towel at the bottom where you would open it, so that all the moisture is gathered there, and it doesn't contaminate the jugs, and they can easily reuse them. We're refilling every week, or every other week. So it's not a problem for us. Plus, they go from in here directly out into the container where whatever water is in them freezes. So at this point in the year, we're safe with doing it that way. But I thought that was a really good idea to do it that way. So I wanted to pass that on for those of you that didn't see the comment on yesterday's video. And I will get back to you on whether you can purchase just the filters or if you have to purchase the whole thing. But truthfully, I wouldn't mind having the additional, I mean, these pieces are handy. And I know he would feel the same way in being able to adapt to different things and maybe keep something on the hose fitting and, you know, so that you're not constantly having to change them out. Awesome. Toyka says she's feeling pretty good. Look, friends, no limp. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is fantastic. And Carol, thank you for asking. And we will continue to pray for you. Do you have additional appointments scheduled right now, or are you still in waiting for further healing before you can continue to progress with the additional surgeries and things that you need to do? But we are praying. That is awesome, awesome news. I know I wanted to share something. Oh, yes, I know what I wanted to share with you. Austin went on his interview today, and he said he felt really comfortable with it, and it went really good. And it's so crazy. You know, nobody hires on the spot anymore, and you've got this long wait time. So he will find out in the next 2 weeks whether he has gotten the job. In the meantime, we are getting him signed up for the community college and getting him in on the automotive program. And totally excited how those doors are opening again. It's just neat to see God's hand. It's amazing to see God's hand at work and how he is opening the doors for him. And when we think we've hit a wall, next thing you know, the next day, something transpires that just kicks that wall out of the way and we keep going. So it's pretty cool. Really, really cool. I know. I'm thinking the same thing, Carol. Carol says Austin will rock it. That is my prayer. And just so proud of him. You know, it's so cool to see your kids get wings and to, you know, step up into manhood and to, you know, really make you proud. It's really awesome to see him growing and flourishing. It's awesome to see the friendships he's making. And last week he had gotten an email, and I am connected with that email because his school stuff comes through there. So he wants me to see when the school's sending stuff so that we can jump on it right away. And I saw the email come through for the invitation for him to join the Bible study. And it was just so awesome and so sweet and kind. And they invited him to join the dinner Bible studies every other Monday with his buddy Nathaniel. So it's so cool. So cool to see all the friendships and doors opening and different things. Good morning, Miss Jayne. That reminds me. Janie, how's the mountain man and the foot muffs? The foot muffs are good. Say some prayers for Mrs. Copper, big girl. She's been having some kind of stomach issues. Not sure what that's all about, but it's not common for her. But there they are, taking up space. It's getting very warm in here. Whew! Shooey! I'm standing right here by the stove. I think I'm going to relocate. Oh, and I wanted to show you this. I did do a side-by-side, and they do look similar, but this one is actually cloudier. That was before, this is after, and it's just got the bubbles in it. But this one had a lot of things floating in it when I first tapped it, and this one did not. So I'll continue to share on the Sawyer tap filter and get back to you and continue to share details with you on that, because I think that is an amazing unit. Because I don't really care for the I forget what the name of it is, but it's a water filter system that you can have the pitcher and put it in your fridge. You can also have the units underneath connected to your water system. I forget the brand, but they're great, but I never really liked the taste of the water that came from them. Britta, yep. Thank you, Jane. Yes, ma'am. That's it. I don't like the taste of the water from that. So it can definitely, it's chalky or something. I'm not sure how to explain it. I want to show you guys something. This was really funny. One of my greatest excitements. Well, There's my big rolling pin. That is a solid wood rolling pin that Miss Mona gave me. It's awesome, and I'm thankful to have that. Mama T blessed me with this. That was her aunt's, and it has the Bakelite handle, and I use that all the time. Absolutely love that. I have 2 others, but that one is my favorite, of course, because who gifted it to me. But this is my funny. Okay, so this is stainless, and nothing sticks to it. So we've had this refrigerator for 10 years, and you can laugh at me, but I never bothered to try to stick anything on the sides. This side was against a wall in the other kitchen, and yes, ma'am, Jayne, that's a burglar buster. I like that. And this side here, she's talking about the, well, either one of them would work well, but especially the rolling pin. This here had the 2 jelly cupboards up against it, so those sides were never accessible. So this is my point. This is the funny. I did not know that these sides were magnetic. So it made me so happy to be able to hang my heart-shaped measuring spoons. And these are pretty cool. Let me see. It's a pinch of friends, a spoon of family, a heap of love, and what's the other one? And a dash of joy. And then this one is what I use for my stevia and my moringa leaf. And this is pretty funny too. I have to share these. This is a dash, a nip, a smidgen, and a pinch. So when you get those old recipes, those are actually the measurements, by the way. But it's magnetic. So the cool part is that I am able to hang things up on my fridge and get them out of the way. They don't look terrible. They look nice, and everything's starting to come together. I just got to clean my counter off again because I've got all the breads out, and that was the remains of the cake from the other day. Not much left. And I'll spin over here. The Mountain Man made this for me to hang my calendars on, and I thought that was so cool. And that is available for sale also, by the way, but that is hanging on a heavy-duty magnet. And Fern is coming to life. She's got new babies sprouting out of her, so even though she was a little over frozen when I got her, she's doing well and growing, so I'm excited about that. So let me see here. I saw some comments coming across. All right, let me see here. Jayne says, when you don't want to shoot. Yeah, exactly. Just beat them to death with my, or at least knock them out good with my rolling pin. Carol says, oh, I love those spoons. Aren't they cool? That was like a gift to myself. I was out one day and found those, and I was like, oh my goodness, those are so cool. That was like years ago. Jayne says you can get the magnetic spice tins too. Oh boy. Well, this is I don't know if I showed you guys this. It's not fully done yet, but that is my spice. I have labels just like I do for the food jars that I need to get on these. But I want to do some rearranging and shuffling of my spices, but those are my spice jars. And I'm dying to get to my cabinets, but I have to sand all that putty off, and it's going to make such a mess. So I'm kind of holding off on that one till I have a day that I can really focus on making a mess and cleaning it up, because right now I've got a lot on my plate. So I've got to get to that, but I haven't forgotten it. My putty's sitting right there. My wax and feed is available. I just got to get time to get down and dirty and make a terrible mess in my kitchen. Let me see here. Toyka says, had to stop and put gas in the car. I have an appointment on Friday with back surgeon. Knee doctor said PT for a month to make sure knee is strong for back surgery. Awesome. Well, we will continue to pray for healing and for your strength. Shelly says, that is so good, Toyka. Getting closer to feeling better. Amen. Carol says, you go, Toyka. You will be bionic woman in no time. And set off all the alarms in the airport. Toyka has this. She'll be kneeling soon. Yep, exactly. Awesome. We will continue to pray. Please pray for Ellen and her husband, Roger. He fell and hurt his back and has a bulging disc. So she is doing a lot of the work, and they are, he is 78. So continue to pray for them, and she's bringing in firewood and doing the chores. So just continue to pray for them, and pray for Mona and Ken. They have a bunch of different surgeries that they both need to get taken care of, and they just need prayers for strength and their abilities to take care of each other and care for themselves. And pray for Austin, that this job continues to open up for him, and the doors continue to open for his classes, and that he can do it all, because I think the job is part-time, but his course load is pretty heavy. It's like 19 credits for one term, and he's also taking a course at Moody. So it's going to be a lot on his plate. But I think the challenge will be good for him, and it'll be something that he's really wanting to learn, so that'll be helpful as well. Let me see here. I know, right? Jane says, wish we were closer to help. Yeah, I know. And Carol says, my grandmother is 101 today. Lord bless her. The last time I saw her was last year on her 100th birthday. Wow, that's incredible. And is she doing real well? Is she, you know, one of those miraculous 101-year-olds that is just really flamboyant and doing real well, still health-wise and mind? That's awesome. That's crazy. That means you're going to live to be 101, Carol. Whew, it is warm in here. I'm going to take you out to the shop then, too, and take the fur babies outside. Also pray for Robin. Robin was the one who joined us last Thursday. She has been in the hospital since. She had gallbladder surgery Thursday. And I haven't heard a report back from her yet. There were some posts in the community I need to check yet today, but I didn't see that she had communicated how she was doing. But she was excited to have the surgery so she wouldn't have to be back in the hospital, and so that she would be feeling well. It was causing all kinds of problems with her other organs. Toyka says, wow, happy birthday to your grandma, Carol. And Tammy says, happy birthday to your grandma. Jane says, they are young. He will be just fine. Yep. And Carol said, she's fine. She has Italian blood. She doesn't look 75. Oh, that is just fabulous. She's going to be my hero. That's awesome. I am going to put the collar on the old dog so that we don't lose him, because that happens. So let me do this. Bear with me a second here while I try to do this, because I've got the power pack in my back pocket. And I got to find a place to go with you guys. And I knew that these guys were going to start getting all wound up and wrapping around at me. Okay, so here we go. How about you guys go out? There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't even think I'm going to wear a coat. I'm like dying. All right, come on. Let's go outside. Let's go see what Papa's doing. Okay, so let me share this with you first. Isn't that awesome? Oh, by the way, we did have our fire last night. I will have to share photos with you. It was absolutely awesome. And we went for our snowshoe trek, and it was incredible. I could have kept going for forever. The poor mountain man's hips were bugging him in his back from whatever he had done to himself during the day. He must have lifted something wrong or something. So we came back and just enjoyed the fire. But oh, that was so much fun. You know, you got to take time in life to enjoy life. And so often and for so long, we've been just pushing forward to get out of our spot and to just get ahead. And you know what? Sometimes no matter how hard you work, you can't get any further ahead. So you may as well take time to have a good time in your life and to be good to yourself. You've heard me say that a lot. I gotta stop. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? That's just so awesome. And let me spin. It's just crazy how these big trees, but you can see this one up here's. So they do get pretty heavy with the snow. But it's also crazy. You saw me with the cowboy hat on yesterday. That's because when you're out here walking and you're cleaning stuff off, the trees decide to let loose of their snow, and it goes down the back of your neck and down the back of your shirt. So when you have a cowboy hat on, it's not near as bad. It catches it all. So let me see here. Carol will be ripping up the nursing home at 100. I know, right? Carol said she is. That's hysterical. Exactly. The work will still be there. You guys really got to remember to do a lot of self-care and take care of yourselves. Guys, get out of there. Sorry. Got to scold the kids. Copper, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Come on, this way. Come with me. Come on. Yeah, but you got to learn to do self-care, take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking a 15, 20. He's got me locked out. Look at that. He's got me locked out. He's got boards on the door. He says, stare. Actually, I know he's keeping the cat out and the heat in. Okay. And Shelly says, yeah, Jayne, so wish that work would do itself. Yeah, right. Carol says, can I add a pic to the community page? If I can, I will put a pic of my Nan from last year. That would be awesome. Yes, in the community page, you can add pictures and you can share text. You can do, just imagine a Facebook group. It's the exact same. So join in there in the community and share a picture. That would be awesome.
Get out of here.
All right. I told her to come in so they weren't getting in that stuff. Go on out. Kids are getting scolded. So Carol says today is her Graham's 101st birthday.
Wow.
Right. Glen says he doesn't want to go past 70.
I don't want to live that long.
Jayne says, I'm not racing anyone to get whatever done, etc. You know what? I decided that long ago too. When the rug was ripped out of me and I became out from under me and I became a single mom, I realized at that point that, you know what, dishes could wait a day. My kids were more important and I wanted to just be with my kids and spend time with my kids, and dishes could get done the next day. So it's kind of like choosing your, stay right here. Stay right here.
Copper?
It's like choosing your own battles when you're, hey, when you're fussing with your kids, you know, it's just, life is short and it's meant to be lived. So live it. And it's exactly true. The stuff will wait a day, and like I've told you before, if my to-do list doesn't get finished for the day, I don't get all worked up about it. I just move things to the next day because I got done what I was obviously supposed to get done. Bowser, get over here.
Hey.
Oh. Am I in there? Okay, will do. I'm not racing anyone. Am I in there? Jayne, I'm not sure. Where are you? So what are you working on here? Oh, how do I get to the community page? Gotcha. Following you now. TrayerWilderness.com/community. It is free. You just need to sign up for it. And once you sign up, you'll get a login and access, and you can get into our resources as well as the community page itself and get involved in all the sharing and different communications that are going on there. And be sure when you go in that you scroll down to the very first post. It says welcome and introduce yourself. Yeah, I kind of thought you did sign up for it, Jayne. And if you guys can't remember your passcodes, just let me know. Email me and I'll send you a email with your information in it so you can get back in. That simple. So what are you working on, Stanley?
That stupid knife jig.
So things aren't going as well as you would like.
No, my press isn't working, so I gotta figure out how to make this stupid thing work. That ain't gonna work, because this ain't long enough.
But you will figure it out. So say some prayers for the mountain man. He's working on things to get his knife going and to continue with his knife. Where's the knife that you made the other day? Can you share that? There we go. There's a knife that he made out of a tooth from a stump grinder. Chipper. That's what I said. Oh, that was from the chipper at the mill. I'm sorry, that's right. I was thinking it was from Ryan's. Okay. Well, we'll let you get back to business because I know you need time to think. And thank you to Kelly and Mike for sharing your height on the forge the other day. We asked on live video, but then suddenly got disconnected.
Not the
The anvil. Yes, dear. You're in my life to fill in the blanks too when my brain fogs out on me. So thank you so much. The anvil. The anvil. Carol says we love you, Mountain Man. See.
Thank you.
Look, you got him to smile, Carol. You go, girl. So anyway, thank you, Mike, for the tip on raising that baby up so he can save his back.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, he asked on video, but what happened is our solar went to, brought up the battery box to 100%, and I have to contact them to find out why, but it shuts it off. So our internet got shut off while we were live, and I had to go back in and turn it back on. So anyway, we're going to leave you. Good luck. I'll be praying for you.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. You'll get it. You always do. All right. Arrivederci. All right, so here we go.
Dogs.
Outward and onward. I got them. I'll take them back in. Oi, what are you doing? Come on. Come on, let's go inside. All right. I wish I could take you guys for a walk with me. It is just gorgeous. I love walking out here. It is absolutely amazing and just renewing. And that is what I'm going to do next here. And then I'm going to dive in. I've got a lot of work to do today. I got a bunch of client things to do. And I'm working on the blacksmithing 101 and the trapping 101. And I want to get that live so that people can be learning from his skill sets. Copper? No, this way. So I will let you guys go. I don't know if I lost you all or not, but thank you for joining. I will share more on the filtration system. Go on in and keep you posted on that and get the additional details to answer your questions. Come on, old boy. Sorry. This is real life. Yesterday had to be really funny, and I think it was Toyka who said about me cruising up the stairs. We had to say baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step for a while. And now it's like you just run up and down them. So, yeah. So yesterday was crazy. Today wasn't as crazy. Say some prayers for that man out there. He works so hard to get things accomplished, and he fries his brain with all the thinking he does. But he comes up with such amazing things and super fast. He doesn't give himself enough credit. So I love you all. I will be praying for you, Toyka. And if any of you guys watching the replay need prayers, please do not hesitate to leave them in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also share us with your friends if you think that they would be interested. And don't forget to double check the little bell for the announcements, because it does tend to get reset for whatever reason. And in the description below, you will find all of our links for the Sawyer filter, for the Lifesaver, for everything that we've mentioned so far on the build. And in addition to that, you will also find links for the Sino Fresh nasal spray that I had given to Jayne. That saved me so much. If you are dealing with mold toxicity, toxin issues, because the toxins tend to rest in your sinus cavity. So if you are dealing with detoxing and having a lot of sinus pressure, popping in your sinuses, a lot of facial pain, and you're dealing with mold toxicity and different things like that, that Sino Fresh is the ticket. I'll tell you what, that was the biggest lifesaver for me. I had such pain, and that was the only thing that would clear it up. The other thing is L-lysine is down below also, and that helped me in correlation with the spray, because I kept getting viruses stuck in my sinuses, and that is one heavy duty immune booster and sinus and virus killer. So the two together, and they work really well if you're dealing with the after effects of COVID as well. The L-lysine really helps kick viruses out of the system and build the immune system. And the link below that in there is also for life extension. You get a discount through us for supplements, and that is the company I use for much of my second phase of my detoxing. So definitely want to connect you with them, because you can pretty much find anything you need there, and their products are really good. So with all that being said, check the description below. I might see you tomorrow. I don't know what we have going on yet tomorrow, but I will definitely see you Thursday, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. Toyka says, here is a gross thing. Do share. I love you guys. I love all you guys. Thank you. I'm going to have a productive day. It's going to be an awesome day because I'm going to make it that way. And the mountain man's going to have a good day too because I'm going to do lots of loving on him. Poor guy. I hate when he has those moments, but he has the epiphanies and it all turns around. He just needs to keep working at it. So share, Toyka. She's sharing a gross thing. And how can I be praying for you guys while Toyka is sharing? We will continue to pray for Toyka's knee and her healing and such. And Carol, how are you being steadfast in the house? Are you starting to declutter and finding things to keep you busy? Also, pray for Elizabeth, Glen's cousin Elizabeth. And I know there was somebody else. Terry and June is someone else we need to be praying for. So Toyka says, Mom had a sinus infection on and off for 15 years. Wow. Finally found a doctor with a brain, and it was a 4-foot fungus. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because our sinuses are so long and wrapped in our faces. Wow, that is just crazy. Yes, definitely pray for Robin. Carol says, I'm okay. I'm slowly getting there. Good, good. Just keep putting ourselves in good places and don't focus on the fact that we're stuck inside. Focus on the fact that, you know, now is the time you're able to do some things that maybe you haven't been able to do for a while. So, Tammy says, Toyka with a green face. Yeah, that's pretty gross. But the thing is, our sinuses, it's crazy how much our sinuses hold and the stuff that goes on in our sinuses. And that spray is amazing in helping open things up, but that is just disgusting. The fungus caused a cancer called inverted papilloma. No kidding. So, how did they did they have to remove parts of her face to get the cancer out? Because our sinuses run all in here, all through here, and even down in through the sides. Jayne says, Toyka, yes, gross. I had weird stuff coming out of mine during COVID. That's so weird. The one lady, when I was down for my surgery in Georgia, she had silicone breast implants that had ruptured. And when she sneezed, it was blue because it was the silicone coming out of her system. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah. So this is a gross subject, but it's important to have good sinus health. And our sinuses can clog and our eustachian tubes can clog. I have videos on draining our lymph nodes, and it's also part of a sinus drainage, and it's something that we should do on a regular basis. So look that up when you guys are off of here, and I'll include links down below in our next video, because it is really important, because our system actually clogs, and most people don't realize it. I am so in tune. I know it instantly when my lymph glands are clogged, and my lymph glands are clogged, and it's all related. Wow. Toyka says cancer. She almost lost her eye socket. Wow, that is just crazy. And that's the thing. It's a practice of medicine. So often, so much is overlooked. And they just want to continue to give you prescription after prescription. And, you know, I told you guys I was fighting an infection. I had a terrible, terrible bladder infection. And I don't go to the doctor. But I was unable to get it cleared up. And they gave me one antibiotic. And evidently it wasn't taking care of the infection. And they called in another one for me. Well, my system doesn't do good on antibiotics. It also kills my immune system. My immune system is already taxed, so I don't like messing around with that. And I felt a little bit of relief, so I've been really pushing heavy doses of vitamin C. I've been drinking my immune boosting tea. I have been taking a lot of immune supplements to try to get my system to fight it on its own. And I've been getting out and detoxing and exercising, as well as flushing my system good. Because I didn't want to take the other antibiotic, nor could I afford it right now. So, you know, And our systems are made to fight this stuff. Sometimes there is a place where we do need, you know, medical attention, but I'm really thankful that through my knowledge, I'm able to feel like I'm getting my system back on track. And I'll tell you what, that snowshoe walk last night was so awesome. I did a small video. I'll probably pop it up on YouTube just to share, but it was so much fun. And I think I might start doing that every night after dinner because it gets, you know, my food digesting and it's just relaxing, and he can unwind here and I can go for my snowshoe trek, and then maybe we can do fires more often because that was just so relaxing too. We need relaxation in our lives and to be able to unwind before, you know, you go from one thing to the next and then hit the hay, and, you know, we need to be good to ourselves. So that's my goal. That's my goal. We've been pushing so hard. I want to incorporate fun back into our lives. So Jayne says, I think that was the first video of yours I watched. Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, that was an old one, but it's really good. And I still get so many comments on that every day with how that helps people. That is an amazing drainage. Sounds gross, but it's really, really helpful to keep our lymphatic open, because our lymphatic is what gets rid of all the trash in our system. And when our lymphatic is clogged, it adds inflammation. It clogs our system. Things don't run right and we get toxic. So we really get unhealthy. So by being able to drain all that, and my sinuses were dry and painful. It wasn't like I had a lot of drainage. It's just that there was just stuff going on in there, and the natural supplements in the spray is what really healed my sinuses. So definitely check that out if you're having issues. Toyka said they had to grind down the eye socket bone once in there. That is why I'm sharing to don't let it go. Absolutely. Wow, that is just crazy, crazy. Thank you for the information. I never heard of that before, but yeah, it's definitely worth knowing. Jayne says, yep, I still think there's something going on with mine. Well, keep taking that sinus spray and check out that L-lysine, because that will help kill any viruses. It was crazy. I'd actually have a spot up here, and it still happens periodically. But Glen would look at me and he's like, you're flaring. There's a spot right here that would indent, that I'd have so much pain in my face that it would actually pull that spot in and it would indent, and it was all parts sinus and toxin related. So crazy. Jayne says the antibiotics are not even working, just make me sick. Yuck. Yeah. I'll send you a link for a couple other supplements that I take to build my immune system. They might be of help to you. Because the more we can build our immune system to take care and fight our battles for us and stay away from the antibiotics, because either there's a wicked side effect or it's breaking down our immune system in order to try to heal us, which is ridiculous. So long term, we're really hurting ourselves. But anyway, I am going to jump off of here and let you guys get back to your day. And I'm glad I got to spend some time with you. And if I have something exciting to share tomorrow, because like I said, I feel rather boring, but maybe what I'll do, since I see my sourdough globbing out of my container, is that I will take care of that now, and then maybe tomorrow we'll make a sourdough loaf and I'll show you how I do it. So I'm not sure what time, but it'll probably be in the morning. So toodles to you too, my dear Jayne. Praying for you and praying for you all. I love you. And for those of you watching the replay, don't hesitate to leave your prayer requests and join our community, TrailWilderness.com/community. So guys, have an awesome rest of your day. I love yous, and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.